I'm the chairman of the INCO, the Inter-Neighborhood Council Organization. Welcome to the second of the two events we are sponsoring this election year to give you, the voters, an opportunity to hear from the candidates for elected positions in the city of Oxnard. Last Thursday, we brought you 11 candidates for the two open seats on the city council. Tonight, we have first the candidates for treasurer and city clerk to introduce themselves and share their eligibility for the positions they seek. Following that, we bring you the three candidates for mayor to introduce themselves and debate their positions on questions submitted by the chairpersons of Oxnard's neighborhood councils. And once again, we're fortunate to have as our moderator, Mr. David Marin. David, you've got the mic.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'd like to ask you at this time, if you have a cell phone, please put it on silent or vibrate. The way this is going to work is we randomly drew numbers for our four candidates for treasurer. Each one will give you a presentation of 90 seconds. Candidates, I remind you that we have a timer up in the front. They'll warn you when you have 30 seconds remaining, and then they'll warn you to stop. At this time, I'll ask our first candidate to come forward and use the podium microphone, Mr. Al Jones. You can applaud.
Well, good evening, Oxnard. Thank you, Mr. Marion, for hosting this. A little bit about me. I'm a 50-year resident of Oxnard. I grew up in the La Colonia area, the Rose Park area, 311 Cordova Street. Longtime resident of Oxnard, raised my family here, my children here. I'm actually also a United States Air Force veteran, served in the United States Air Force for 5 years. My banking background is one of 15 years. I was a regional vice president for First California Bank, and the treasurer's job is really a banking job. Some of the same exact components where there's trustworthiness, there's disclosure, there's audits, there's a lot of responsibility, there's dual control, you handle cash, you handle money. One of the things the treasurer does is invest our assets. And when I say our, as being a 50-year resident of Oxnard, I'm just like you. I was raised by this city. I am a part of this city. This city is cut into my DNA. And as your treasurer, my commitment to you is every single decision I make will be based on what's good for the residents and the citizens of Oxnard. Your money is important. Your voice is important. I really respect the fact that you all are here. It's Monday Night Football and you're out viewing the candidates. So thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention. And I'd ask for your vote and your support as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next candidate is Larry Stein.
Thank you very much for coming out here to listen to what we have to say. I hope to accomplish three things as your next treasurer. I want to first help restore public trust. The city seems to lack this. People ask questions, we can't get answers. Some of you have seen me on TV for the last 15 years. I've been asking questions and want to restore public trust to get numbers out there that people can believe. Because we're getting numbers from city staff that aren't believable. The second thing I want to do is help increase our revenues. Right now we're getting poor yields on our investments. We're getting less than 1%. We're paying on our bonds that are secured by our debt over less than 1%. And these are bonds that other cities invest in that are yielding 3 and 4%. We're only getting 1%. There's no reason why we can't invest with other municipality bonds. We can't invest on our own, but we invest with other municipality bonds. You're getting 2 and 3%. So the second thing I want to do is to help increase our revenues. The third thing I want to do is help restore our expenditures and put our costs under control. Right now we're paying for invoices for services we're not getting. We're paying out of accounts that have no cash in them. Last year it was reported out we had over 20 accounts that are overdrawn by $14.5 million. This is on top of the 25-plus landscape assessment districts that were overdrawn on.
5 more seconds.
The most important task is cash flow. As an accountant for this for over 20 years, help restore our cash flow and get numbers that we can trust. Please vote for me. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll ask our city clerk candidates to start lining up on the far side, please. Our next candidate is Jonathan Royas.
Good evening. evening. I am Jonathan Royce, and I'm running to be your next city treasurer. I attended the United States Naval Academy, earned a bachelor's degree in government with an emphasis in economics and finance from Claremont McKenna College, and earned a Juris Doctor of Law degree while working full-time in Fortune 500 companies. I have managed over $262 million in assets. As treasurer, I will ensure accountability by putting processes and internal controls into place to ensure the city's financial management structure is sound and transparent. As residents, you cannot afford another year of your hard-earned tax dollars being mismanaged and unaccounted for. I will gain your trust by maintaining transparency at all times through easy-to-read financial reports. I will maintain integrity, as I will not sign checks without proper approvals, and I will conduct thorough questioning to maintain my duty to the residents. I will provide economic community development by creating a variety of free programs to support entrepreneurship, small business development, and financial education. And finally, I will create a citywide program that encourages new ways for the city to become more fiscally efficient. One small idea implemented across multiple departments can save millions of dollars that we can put back into our community. So on election day, vote for results. Vote for Jonathan Royce. Strong leadership dedicated to securing our future. Thank you.
Thank you. And our next candidate is Phil Molina.
Thank you for coming.
And feel free, Phil, to pull that microphone a little closer. That's good.
I'm Philip Molina. I'm running for city treasurer. I've been a finance officer in cities in California for over 25 years. I've also been city treasurer in most of those years. And during that time, I've invested over $2 billion of taxpayers' money. I've never lost a dollar of principal, but I've always earned higher interest than the state investment fund. I'm a Ventura County certified court mediator. I'm a certified public accountant. I have a master's in business administration, and and all of these have been verified, I should say, by the State Bureau of Securities and Investigative Services. I was married in June of 1969, and by September 1969, I was drafted in the Army. I served my enlistment. I graduated from Combat Engineer Officer School as a second lieutenant. I served my last years at Fort Carson, and I received an honorable discharge. If I'm elected, I intend to earn the maximizing city earnings by accumulating all the funds into one account and investing those funds. I want to establish a program to engage staff to identify and help correct internal control weaknesses. I want to improve and increase transparency. I want to secure the assets because we've learned that currently the electronic fund transfers are being done and no one knows who has the authority to do those. No one has the security codes under security.
Phil, need you to wrap up.
I hope that you remember me November 8th and vote for me for city treasurer. Thank you very much.
Thank you. How about a round for all of our candidates? Our first candidate is Michelle Ascension.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Michelle Ascension, and in this campaign, I've been using the tagline of number 3 on the ballot, number 1 in experience. Why do I say that? I say that because in the last 9 years of my career, I've been doing essentially this job at 2 different agencies. For 8 years, I was the city clerk in the city of Port Hueneme from 2006 to January of this year. And then in January, I became the clerk of the board at the Ventura Regional Sanitation District. Basically the same job as city clerk, it's just within the bounds of a special district. I'm also a certified municipal clerk. I've held this designation since 2009, following 3 years of extensive training, on-the-job experience, and contributions to the city clerk profession. In my 10-year local government tenure, I have perfected the ABCs, which are A, analyzing difficult situations, B, building a manageable plan of action with sustainable solutions, and C, creating partnerships that turn adversaries into allies. I am ready and eager to take the skills that I've learned at different agencies and put them to work for my hometown of Oxnard. I've lived here since 1982, since I was a little girl, went to Fremont Junior High, Santa Clara High School, Oxnard College, Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, where I earned a bachelor's degree in journalism, and I would really appreciate your consideration this November. Thank you so much for your time, and please get out and vote and encourage others to vote. Thank you.
Our next candidate is Sylvia. I'll let you pronounce your last name, Sylvia. I don't want to blow it.
I'm Sylvia Paneau, and I'm running for the office of City Clerk because of my extensive background in records management, which is the foundation of the City Clerk's office. I have a master's degree in public administration and over 30 years of public service experience. I am currently the records manager for the Oxnard Police Department and official custodian of records. I administer the department's records management program, and one of my primary responsibilities is to process public records requests. I'm also responsible for retaining and destroying official documents. I administer state and federal regulations so that the department is in compliance with Department of Justice and FBI guidelines. These are all city clerk responsibilities. As a manager for the city of Oxnard, I am familiar with purchasing guidelines and the budget process. I have executed contracts and agreements and have experience writing staff reports for council. These are department head responsibilities of the city clerk. I also have leadership ability. I currently oversee 3 units and manage over 30 employees. I was instrumental in transitioning from a paper-based system to a fully electronic records management system. I have made it possible for the public to retrieve documents electronically. As the clerk, I would introduce technology to automate processes and systems in order to make the city clerk's office more efficient and ultimately improve customer service. I started working for the city of Oxnard when I was 15 years old. I was raised in the city, worked my entire career for the city, and I would like to continue to serve the Oxnard community as your next city clerk. Thank you. I appreciate your vote.
Thank you. Our next candidate is Tiffany Lopez. Go ahead and pull the microphone down.
Short.
Perfect. Tiffany.
Where's that? Okay. Hi, I'm Tiffany Lopez, and I'm running for Oxnard City Clerk. First, thank you to the organizers of tonight's event and to all of those in attendance tonight. I want to provide you with a clear vision of why I'm running. I must say I'm so honored to have so many outstanding community leaders, over 30, of elected officials and community leaders behind me in my candidacy for City Clerk. I have worked side by side with many of them, and yes, we have accomplished so much for our city, and yet there's so much to be done. As Oxnard's future city clerk, my plans include collaborating with city departments, county, and state agencies, modernizing the storage, retrieval, and distribution of public records, which are important to the foundation of the city. Also, partnering with service and nonprofit organizations, inter-neighborhood councils like yourselves, and citizen advisory groups, which at the end of the day will foster civic engagement and voter education. With that said, we can only accomplish any of these by being able to bring innovative funding ideas to the table, most importantly, connecting to our community. I have a proven track record of being successful in both these matters. Please know that it didn't take an election cycle for me to be involved in my community. I have always been involved in the community since I was a little girl. I am the father of Dr. Manuel Lopez, former mayor, and my mother is Irma Lopez, a philanthropy leader in the community. The professional relationships that I have established over the years with everyone who's endorsed me will benefit the citizens of Oxnard directly, because together we want to have a better community.
Thank you, Tiffany. Sorry. Our next candidate is Peter J. Domenico.
Good evening. My name is Peter J. Domenico, and I'm a candidate for Oxnard City Clerk this November. I'm a licensed California attorney with a JD from Whittier Law School, and I also hold a PhD and master's degree from Cal Berkeley. At first glance, the city clerk's office may appear as merely a clerical position, consisting mostly of file management, minute-taking, and record-keeping. We could, in effect, elect someone with a job history in these areas to replace the current clerk. But this is a very narrow view of the clerk's office. With my extensive legal training and background, I'm proposing a far wider vision for this office. I believe that careful attention to legal detail, inspiration from dozens of courthouse record systems from across Southern California, can transform the clerk's office into a trusted and respected nexus of information between City Hall and Oxnard's residents. First, I will ensure that the laws governing the clerk's office are administered properly. If the city clerk does not understand how these laws work, or worse, doesn't care, Oxnard risks its actions being invalid. Oxnard risks expensive lawsuits it cannot afford. Second, I will stress fair political practices. Oxnard is a beautiful city, but its reputation has been tarnished, in part, by the failure of past public officials to disclose gifts. On several occasions, this failure was not intentional, but it was because these officials said they did not understand the political rules. I intend to use my knowledge and training to educate officials and candidates alike on the nuances of the Political Reform Act, and in doing so, hopefully prevent future violations and restore faith in Oxnard's municipal election process.
Thank you, Peter. Need you to wrap it up.
Well, anyway, thank you very much for letting me share my vision of the office with you tonight. Again, my name is Peter DeDomenico, and I'm an attorney, and I'm running for city clerk.
Thank you. If Jose Torres is here, please come up to the front. Now we'll hear from our next candidate, Deshae Ford. And we're also missing Deshae. So we'll move on to Brian Patino.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming out tonight. My name is Brian Patino. I'm really excited to be here. I love the city of Oxnard. And the reason I'm here is because I'm running for city clerk of Oxnard. I'm here to be your voice, to bridge the gap between local government and the residents. I'm also here to meet your expectations, not only bring customer service to the office, but also bring customer satisfaction. You guys need to be satisfied, and I'm here to provide that. I am your agent for change. I am going to produce a positive change in this place, and I'm happy for the city of Oxnard. The past is in the past. I'm here. I am your future. And I also like to give a special shout out to the leaders of the future sitting back there in the back row. I see you guys, and I look forward to you guys being up here as well. The beautiful thing about being city clerk is that you have a lot of responsibilities. You have to know your department heads. You have to know what's going on in your city. Your ear has to be in everything. I will be at those council meetings. I will be providing you with those minutes. I will be providing you with the agendas. You will know everything. I will protect your personal identifiable information. I will take care of your records. I will be your records manager. I will be your administrative legislator, and I will be the manager of the electoral processes. I will familiarize myself with the local, federal, and state laws, and I will ensure that you guys are informed and know what's going on. I love you. Much love and respect to each and every one of you. Thank you. Vote Brian Patino, City Clerk of Oxnard.
Thank you. And our next candidate is Alex Rivera.
There's a new joy and a sudden change is coming to Oxnard. My name is Alex Rivera. I offer wisdom, understanding, and knowledge for our community. I'm well connected from the neighborhoods all the way to City Hall, and I've worked behind the scenes for many years. I've contributed to the ceremonial calendar. I've coordinated events for public officials and provided intel to our leadership. I organized the first reward for information leading to the arrest and conviction in a crime case here in Oxnard. I also work with business owners in their desire to find a balance with the explosion of mobile food trucks. And that effort died in a council ad hoc committee, and I knew right then that I would have to be inside of City Hall to be more useful and more effective. I do have extensive experience in database portals, in customer service, and complex logistics. I'll bring a new energy and an attitude of service to City Hall. It's been written that joy comes in the morning, and we have survived the storm, but this is the time to take back our City Hall and make it work for the public good. And I'm going to stand up for Oxnard. I have a positive passion for the public interest, and I'm going to be your good clerk, for the people, by the people. I have a Swiss Army knife skill set, and I will be valuable to you. Every office is important this year, but this is the year that we can actually seize the moment, Oxnard, and send that clear message. No more politics as usual. And I'm a forerunner connected to people in business. Let me be your Joseph. I had a dream that we will have a new spirit of creativity and prosperity living in the homes of our residents. And our city spent millions of dollars.
Alex, I need you to wrap up.
All I'm asking is for your vote. Alex Rivera. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We're going to take just a moment to have our three candidates for Oxnard Mayor come up, and I'd like to have the candidates for City Clerk. You can go ahead and exit the stage.